What is going on to the AMC stock group? Yes, guys, in this video, we are going to be talking about the 171,200 options activity, and that is just for the call options. And this purchase was detected. However, not a lot of people know about it. And so we are also going to be talking about the why. Why did AMC stock decide to go up on a day like today? Why did it decide to go up on Thursday, July 15th? Why not any other day? For the recap, I stated that it did not make any sense for AMC stock and a lot of other stocks to continuously fall in a downtrend. It just did not make any sense. And I remember also saying that when everyone is bearish, that is a time to go bullish. That is a time to go bullish. And there were so many negative thesis as to why AMC stock is going to go even lower in the next trading day, right? Everyone thought that today AMC stock would end up closing even lower. However, the why, let's go ahead and answer the why. And I also remember going to the IWM and we ended up drawing a lot of support levels, but one of the ones I ended up drawing was at the 215 level. And so why is this relative? Well, the IWM, it also had a major demand zone, and we know that this is a major demand zone because the IWM had a major wick that ended up closing way higher than where the lowest point was. So that is obviously indicating that is a demand zone. And not only that, but we are sitting exactly at the support zone. And even though the volume has a negative sentiment around it, the volume has still begun to increase. So therefore, why does that matter? Well, if we look on the 1 day, 1 minute chart for the IWM, the patterns of the IWM and AMC stock are extremely similar. For example, we end up going down, we end up going up, we end up going down, and then we end up going back up. Now look at the pattern for AMC stock. We end up going down, we end up going back up, we end up going down, and then we end up going back up, guys. These patterns, that is the reason why these index funds are extremely significant. And a lot of people were saying, why are you spending so much time talking about the IWM, guys? This is why. I was talking about how today, July 15th, was probably going to be more of a positive sentiment day towards the AMC stock, because I said that as soon as the IWM goes above the support level, which was at the 215 level, then that was probably when a lot of the small caps, including AMC stock, would probably have a bounce to the upside. And that is exactly what happened. And so therefore, what ends up happening on a day like today, we end up having a major bounce. However, do not get me wrong. The reason why AMC stock went up is not 100% because of the IWM. And in my last video, I was talking about how it is never AMC's fault for why AMC stock is up or down on the day. That is more because of the index fund that actually controls AMC stock, which is the IWM. So therefore, when you see that bounce, that is probably when AMC is going to end up having a bounce. But do not get me wrong, again, as I said before, AMC stock also had a major bounce to the upside, and this was actually an unusual bounce because of one of them being the call options, but also something else that we talked in the last video was that stocks cannot go down forever. And that may seem like perfect logic. However, why is that? Why can stocks not go down forever? In my last video, I talked about how I was going to be explaining a major and significant concept called short selling. So to make it simple, let's say that you're at your broker. I do not think Robinhood allows you to short sell unless you use option contracts, for example, put options. However, for a lot of people, since I know that a lot of you guys have TD Ameritrade, I'm just going to use that as an example right now. Let's say you have your TD Ameritrade box, and so you see the buy option. And this is exactly what the hedge funds do, guys, so that is why it's important. This is going to be the buy button, and then we are also going to have another button called the sell button. And so this is going to be called sell. And so this is going to be red, and the other box is going to be green. So red and then back to green. What you're going to end up doing is usually when you decide to initiate a position, let's say that you saw the IWM and let's say you saw the IWM at the 215 support level. And then you thought that, okay, all the other small caps like AMC is going to follow in that same path to the upside because that's what the price action is indicating. Well, then therefore, you would usually, if you were betting that the stock is going to go up because that's how you're going to make your money, is you are going to decide on your broker to click the buy button. And as soon as you click the buy button, you then get to enter how many shares you want to buy. For example, you could buy 100 shares of AMC at, let's say, $32 a share, and then it goes all the way up to $37 a share. So then what you're going to end up doing is you are going to go back and you are going to sell, let's say you're a day trader, because I know for the long-term traders, nothing that I'm saying right now is going to affect your position. But I'm telling you guys that the reason why there's so much volatility in AMC stock is not because of the long-term investors, unless you decide to add on the dips. The reason why I see AMC stock fluctuating so much and the reason why there's so much volatility is because of the hedge funds and because of the day traders. So moving on, we're going to sell, let's just say you were a day trader, so you bought 100 shares at $32 a share. Now you're going to sell your 100 shares at $37 a share. because you're a day trader. This is just what you're going to end up doing because that is how you're going to make money in this situation. So right there, you end up making your profit. This is very easy. However, let's go ahead and reverse this. So now let's pretend that we are betting against the AMC stock, and let's pretend that we are a short seller. Let's pretend that we are a day trader betting that the stock is going to go down because that is how we want to make our money. Therefore, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to click the sell button. After I click the sell button, I will then be asked how many shares I would like to short. Or in other words, how many shares do I want to start my position? I'm going to say 100 shares. Let's say $40 a share. Okay, let's say we had our position yesterday. So let's say we wanted to buy AMC stock yesterday, and then the next day we thought AMC stock was going to go much lower. So let's say I'm going to sell 100 shares at $40 a share, like that. And then the next day, you see AMC stock all the way at $33 a share. So then what are you going to do? Well, you just made a lot of money. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the buy button. And as soon as I click the buy button, my broker will ask me, okay, how many shares do you want to buy back? And since I only bought 100, I'm going to buy back 100 shares, and I'm going to buy it this time at 32 because I just made a lot of money. So I made a lot of money because the stock went down from $40 all the way back to $32 a share. And so this is a concept that you really need to understand. Now I'm just going to repeat what I said. When you sell your shares, in other words, you are betting that the stock is going to go down, you click the sell button first. However, what do you do when you want to close your position? You must click the buy button. Therefore, what ended up happening today, guys? Today, what ended up happening is a lot of people that were betting against AMC stock, guys, they already made a lot of money. I'm telling you guys that they already made a lot of money. This stock went from $51 a share all the way down to $32 a share in a matter of 1 week. Therefore, they made a lot of money. It's time for them to close their position because they're not extremely greedy either. Yes, they made a lot of money and they do not want to bet against AMC stock for the long term. Why would anyone want to bet against AMC stock for 1 or 2 years? Okay, this is not a long-term investment. So therefore, they're going to close their position right over here. And what ends up happening is they must buy back their shares. Therefore, they're going to create additional demand. And when you create additional demand, not only do you have people that were betting against the stock that now must buy the shares back, but you also have people that actually want to invest in AMC stock and actually want to start their position buying AMC stock. So therefore, there are no more people betting against AMC stock. So what does that do? That creates an influx in one direction, and that price action is actually going to go up instead of down. And I really hope that you guys understand that concept because in my last video, I was talking about how stocks cannot go down in a linear path to the downside, the same way that stocks cannot go up to the upside. And this is because, again, because of the day traders, this is because people have stop losses, this is because people decide to bet against the stock, this is because people decide to take their profits, etc., etc. You guys get the point. So hopefully, let's say AMC stock decides to go down tomorrow, which I'm not going to be talking about the price in today's video. I'm going to be talking about that in my next video, so make sure you guys subscribe. However, I will say this. If the stock decides to go down tomorrow, again, guys, with this concept that you guys now understand, do not panic because now you guys know the concept of betting against a stock and what must happen when someone wants to close their position. And I'm also going to be talking about the call options in my next video because it will make much more sense if we talk about the call options because that will be relative to the price, right? We're going to be talking about the call options and the price in the next video and what I think could happen to AMC stock tomorrow, July 16th. So therefore, in this video, all we talked about was the concept of betting against stock. So hopefully this makes sense, guys. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.